Welcome back to Patrick's Tech Reviews, and today I'm going to present you the Edelkrone Slider ONE, which is the smallest and most portable slider that is currently available on the market. Edelkrone is making this one, I think more than a year now, approximately 1 year, and soon there's going to be an upgrade to this, or basically a new product from Edelkrone called the Wing, which I'm really thinking about getting as well, but today we're focusing on this little boy. And let me just show you the package first before we open it up. As you can see, it's very high tech, I don't want to say. It's very high quality one. It looks and feels similar to what Apple does. Here you can see it says ultra portable camera slider with 15 centimeters or 0.5 feet of range, and has a tripod mountable via 3.38 inch hole. So let me open it up. On top we have the Edelkrone, and let's see what's inside. Obviously it comes with a wrap around it, plastic wrap, which I took off already. And there's not much to see inside, to be honest. So we have a bit of foam on the lid, and inside we find a little card which says, before operating your product, please watch the user's manual videos from the link below, so check it out there. That's it. We have a 3mm Allen key, and let me just take the slider out, and then in the box, that's it, nothing else inside. So we can put this aside and look at the slider itself. So in total, let me give you the measurements. So it's 23 centimeters long. It's moving 15 centimeters from side to side, so the travel way basically, because obviously you see it moves up to the edges. However, the camera sits in the middle, so you can only count from approximately here to approximately there, which is 15 centimeters. So the other diameters of the slider is, it's 9.5 centimeters wide, so from this side to this side, and the height from the bottom to the top without anything attached to it is 2.2 centimeters, which is pretty low profile. So let's look a little bit closer. What you can see here, so we have the plate, basically, which is the one that is moving. And in my case, I'm using a Joby flex hat. I'm not quite sure how it's called, but I did a review of this already. I'm gonna just put it in the card here, which is really good because it lets me do a lot of angles. Then we have a water scale, so you can just balance it out in case you don't have it on your tripod. And then you have two sides. So here you have the lock mechanism, and just a wheel that you turn. Let me see, let me focus. Focus. By the way, I'm recording with the Canon G7X Mark II, so we have a wheel on this side, which is the lock mechanism, and a wheel on that side, which is the friction. However, they pretty much have the same function. So let me just tighten this one as much as I can. Actually, I'm untightened it now, so now you can see it moves very quickly, and the opposite direction, so going up, and you can see it now. It's really difficult. So why would you do that? So basically, if you have a very heavy camera, and you can see with the feet, with the rubber feet on the bottom, even though I have it on the heaviest possible friction, it's still not moving from the table, so which is good. And if you lock this side, then it's fixed. So let me just unscrew this as well again, and make this one a bit lighter too, and then it's a little bit easier to show. So from the bottom you can see the 4 wheels that basically slide along this kind of rail on both sides. So it is protected, or not protected, it's running on this 2 rails left and right, and it obviously cannot jump out. And as well, it has a stop function, so it cannot slide over the edges, yeah, which is good. And you see the belt. So one important thing, what happens to me, I didn't use it for quite some time, and then when I took it off, it kind of felt like it was stuck, even though all the friction wheel was off and the lock was off. And I kind of moved it, and then actually the rubber strap snapped. I thought it broke, and I contacted Edelkrone, And they're very supportive. By the way, support service from Edelkrone is really top notch. If you have any problems, you can contact them anytime. And they have this little pop-up window on the right side where someone will try to help you. And I basically ordered 2 new ones, which they gave me for free, even though I didn't have the protection plan on and it was way over the warranty. The only thing I had to pay was shipment. If you have the protection plan, which I actually do recommend for you guys, maybe not for the Slider ONE, but for the more high-tech stuff they are doing, for example the Slider Pro, which has the target module and the other module they have. Obviously this is electronics, and they do offer lifetime warranty for these things. And then you have shipment included as well. So just one thing on the side. And after they actually came, I found out that inside here, let me show you, actually the rubber belt is cut in 2. So you can fiddle it through here, fiddle it through there, and then attach it in here. And which you can see just 2 of the tooth are holding it together and then basically move. So now I do have 2 spare belts basically, just in case this one would break at one point. It's very smooth, as you can see. It's very smooth, and obviously it really depends on how much you loosen it up, how much you tighten it up. But it is very, very, very smooth. This one, by the way, was my fault. It fell down, and as you can see, nothing happened to it. Just a little bit chipped off the paint from the corner, but it still works perfectly fine. So let me just put on the Joby, and then I'm gonna use the Canon EOS M2 I have and show you some shots, plus some shots I took outside already, and then you can decide if this is something for you or not. But keep in mind, this is at the moment really the smallest slider, and you think 15 centimeters is nothing, but it really does step up your value of the production just by having this few slider shots, even though they are small. You could use as well, okay, this is now a fixed 22mm lens. However, if you use, for example, a longer lens, now in this case a 200 or 55 to 200, and you go away from your subject, obviously if you travel, then the travel will stay still 15 centimeters, but you're further away from the subject and it feels much bigger than actually it is. So let me show you some samples quickly here on the table, and then some shots I took already with it, and that's pretty much it. Price wise, sorry I forgot, I actually paid 189.99, 190 euro for it. Let me just see what it cost at the moment. So let's go on the Edelkrone homepage. Sorry for the sound, as I said, I can't put in an external mic onto the G7X Mark II. So let me just see what's the price for this slider as of, and this is going to be October now, 2016. See price. Okay, so I just checked. Slider is still the same price, 189.99 plus the tax or VAT in your country. However, I just checked, it's sold out, and I assume it's because the wing is coming out, which will be 219.99 plus VAT. And it's going to be approximately size-wise, and now I see this is iPhone 6 Plus from the size itself, just a little bit longer. The wing will be approximately that long only, however it will have a 40 centimeter way of travel for 30 euro more. So obviously this is something that's really, really compact from a very flat point of view. However, the other one will be even shorter, but it will be thicker because it's going to have 2 arms that twist like this basically. But we're back. I just want to show you the sample. So this is how it looks with the Joby and the EOS M2 on it. So approximately sizes now as tall as the iPhone. And so you just see how the workflow would basically be. As now I focus manually on it, and obviously with sliding you should focus manually because otherwise the focus will jump off the subject. So just take a look how it works, and obviously it's all manual, nothing motorized here. So it does need some practice. And one more time back. And obviously it's all manual, nothing motorized here. So it does need some practice. And one more time back. So that's how it looks, and I'll just put in now the video of the actual recording. What I do recommend as well, try to record with 60 frames per second. So this camera, the G7X Mark II, is recording at 60 frames per second. This one is now on 720p with 60 frames per second, and that will help you to make the slide smooth, because obviously with 30 frames per second or lower it will just be jerky. Not necessarily because of the slider, but because of just the frames per second. But as you can see, this just makes such a difference in your production value if you can do something like that. And obviously if you're very close to the subject, you can see you can pretty much cover the entire way and it's still not inside even in the picture the whole time. So this is really sufficient. So thanks very much for watching. I hope this was informative for you, and as I said, I'm pretty sure 98% that I'm going to order the Edelkrone wing. I'm curious to see that, because this will be something even more compact but with a much longer travel. So basically 15 centimeters, it will be something like, well, yeah, this way of travel. It can't even fit in the camera. So thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye.